Hey guys, welcome to Mad About Skin. How are you? Just going to wait till the room to fill up. Hopefully we'll have some people join us, but make sure you come with your questions. And if I don't get a chance to answer your questions, always leave them in the comments below and I'll get back to you. So how is everyone's day today? For me, it's been a manic week. Also, it is roasting hot here in the UK, so I'm sorry if the sun is shining through and it's all a bit blurry, but I probably is. Hi Tom, how's you? I'm amazing. I'm a bit hot, bit bothered, a bit sweaty. But we're just forgetting about that and we're moving on. How's everything in Canada? Yeah, it's been it's like I think 30 degrees here, so it's quite warm. It is quite warm. But Sterling, one sec, the dog. Come here, Sterling, come here. The dog's gonna start making a noise with his toy. 1 second. Have to rescue that off him because you don't want a growling throughout. You can have a cuddle. So how is everybody? What's everyone been up to? Rhea, hey, how are you? I am having a wonderful day, thank you. It's been manic. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. I was dashing here, there, everywhere. I tried to get a haircut, but it is so busy. Everywhere still really busy. So that's it. Filmed a couple of videos, which was quite good. I always love filming videos. It's quite like relaxing and cathartic. And then what else did I get up to? Nothing really. Oh, I'm still trying to get my car back. So I've got the car had someone went to the back of me in a roundabout, so I'm still trying to sort out my car, but we're getting there. We are getting there. Right, the room's filling up. Hey Jenny, how are you? Besides hot and sweaty, Jenny, I am wonderful. How about you? I remember last week I was like, oh, send some of the Canadian sun over our way. Well, you did. Now I'm absolutely roasting. I'm like one of those typical English people. We spend all our time moaning about the weather. Too hot, too cold. And at the moment, it's definitely too hot. We've got a dog that's desperate to join. Are you going to come say hi still? Say hi to everybody. Yes. There you go. Say hi. Yes. Yeah. For those of you that don't know, this is my dog Sterling. He is a Dutch Spaniel and he's a complete pain in the bum, aren't you? Yeah. If I wasn't hot enough, he's now going to lay here on top of me, radiating body heat, aren't you? Yeah, thought so. You're in the shot. Right, let's see if we've got any questions. Jay says, yay, Sterling is here. Yeah, he is. He is in a very playful mood because he's due his walk after this. Let's have a look. So, rooms filling up. So, Rhea, opinions on the By Wish Trend 21.5% vitamin C serum. Also, do you apply vitamin C in the morning or evening? Well, second half of that question, always in the morning. A lot of people say apply it in the evening because it can make you a bit photosensitive, and so you should apply it in the evening. Rubbish. Always apply it in the morning because the main function of a vitamin C, besides brightening the skin, is to act as an antioxidant. And there's no point having an antioxidant on in the evening because, well, you're in bed. What are you exposing your skin to? Nothing. So definitely always in the morning. The Biowithstand one, I like. I don't get why it's 21.5%. I think that's sort of like a random number. The OCD in me is like should be 20% or 25%. I don't know why it's that random number. But who knows? It does go on quite nicely. I don't find it layers particularly well. So I think if you're wanting to use it with like hyaluronic acid and other serums, I think it's quite difficult to layer and it does pill and peel a little bit. So I'd be a little bit careful about that. But if you just want a standalone vitamin C and all you're going to do is cleanse, exfoliate, vitamin C and then throw an SPF on, it's really nice, really good. And not a bad price either. Jay says it's hot there. Yeah, he's got so big. This is about as big as he's gonna get, which is good. I don't need a bigger dog than this. I think since he last appeared on video, I think he's probably doubled in size, but he shouldn't get too much bigger than that. Hopefully, we don't have the house space to have a bigger dog. This week he has made best friends with one of the chickens. They basically follow each other around the garden and kind of lay together in the garden, and yeah, he's a big chicken fan. So Tom says, got another order from Decium today. I'm starting to feel like a hoarder. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if I showed you the number of boxes, to be fair, I haven't opened a lot of them because I want to do an unboxing video, but lots of companies have been really kind to send, and Decium sent me 2 parcels, and yeah, I'm starting to feel like I should be on an episode of Hoarders. What did you get, Tom? What is in the box? What's in the package? Let's have a look. Rhea says, have I tried the Maximizing Cream by Wish 10? I have not. I'd love to know what it's like. Have you tried it, Rhea? Would you recommend it? What's it like? Sterling, look, he's desperate to be in, aren't you? What's it like, and would you recommend it? I haven't actually tried that much by Wish 10. Sterling, what are you doing? We're just going to get your nose in it, aren't we? Come on. I haven't actually tried a lot by Wish 10, but I should do. I should try. Jenny, I was going to ask you what you got for your birthday. Was the trip to the Decium store everything you hoped for and more? I've never been, and I am so jealous. Let's have a look. Sterling, by the way, is watching me in the monitor. I know. Yes, it's me, but you could look this way. Yeah, no. So you might get dog nose in the image in a minute. So what did they buy? Oh, they bought the Neod Survival Zero. Oh, I love. The MMHC is amazing. The eye serum is amazing, and I wonder where to fit everything. So yes, it all goes with the AR serum. You're absolutely fine. So there's no issue pairing any of that with the AR serum. I would use the AR serum first and then everything on top because you really want that close to your skin. So you start with that and then work from there. So I would do whatever cleansing you want to do. Any exfoliation that you want to do, and then straight into put the AR serum on. Then I'd put the multimolecular hyaluronic complex on there, and take that up under the eye as well. And then because you can always put your eye cream over the top of it, and kind of you get double the benefits, which is really nice. And you'll just get an absolute and the Survival Zero. I would put that on straight after the AR serum. So I'd do AR serum, Survival Zero, followed by the hyaluronic acid, followed beautiful results, and you will love every one of them. I want you to tell me, you only need a week to see these results. So next week, I expect a full rundown of how amazing they all are, because you will love them, particularly the hyaluronic acid, which is just amazing, absolutely amazing. Did they have I always wondered, actually, Jenny, you can answer me this. What are the staff like in the Decium store? Because if you've ever seen online, for those of you that might not know, you can go on The Ordinary, our Decium's website, and you could chat with like a live advisor. So basically they launched this thing called Decium at Home while everyone was in lockdown. You couldn't go to a store, and you can basically just ask questions and they'll answer it free of charge live for you, which is amazing. And they've been so helpful with me. I asked them a couple of questions and they've been so helpful. So I wondered what their store staff were like. And also, just for anyone that's interested in the Survival Zero by Neod, I love the Survival Zero, but here in the UK we can actually get Survival 30, which is it has an SPF of 30 in there as well, which is the one I go to, but for some reason you can't buy that in Canada or the US. No idea why. Jason Sterling has the cutest face. Yes, and nose. Yes, you do. Yes, people like you. He's high maintenance. And before we go on, if you haven't clicked the thumbs up button yet, why not? Now's a great time. I do not blame you, because I love the sub-Q. It's amazing. Marine Hyaluronics, I love that. It was actually Tom that got me into the Marine Hyaluronics. Azuraline, yeah, can't live without. And natural moisturising factors, yeah, really good. I now have a dresser drawer full of serums. Yay! I to be honest, I wouldn't change anything in that. I love the sub-Q. I think it's doing wonders for my skin. I'm really loving it. And it's not too heavy in this heat either. I always think it's quite difficult for a lot of these moisturisers and serums to kind of work in this heat, and it does. So yeah, absolutely love it. Jenny says, unfortunately the Decium store wasn't home yet, so sad, but the family spoiled me around. Oh, that's fine. As long as you get your Neod, who cares? But I do actually really want to try going into one of their stores and just seeing, because I've been really impressed with their online staff. So I kind of want to see how it compares in store. Ray says, I've just ordered the Wish Trend Vitamin C Serum, Maximising Cream, Quad Boosting Essence, and the Clear Skin Shield Patch. That's a haul. I want to know your opinions on what I ordered. Do you know what? I think they're a really good brand. I haven't tried. I've tried the Vitamin C and I like it. Just be a little bit careful with how it mixes. Like I say, it doesn't always layer that well, but it's a really nice vitamin C. I've tried their essence and I loved it, but I love essences, and theirs is a really good one. Haven't tried the Maximising Cream or the Clear Skin Shield Patch, but with those patches, they are really good. The key thing is, if you're going to use a patch, is to put it on the first sign of a zip. So don't leave it till it's kind of already done its thing. The second you kind of, you feel it coming like under the skin and you think, oh, yeah, there's it coming, slap that patch on, because that's when it's at its most effective. So never leave it. A lot of people leave it till it's like matured a little bit, and then it's kind of pointless at that point. So put it on the first side of a zit. Jay says, Jenny says, I cut out when I was giving the routine. Great. Well, cleanse, exfoliate, then you need to put your AR serum on, Jenny, then follow it with the Survival, because that's your antioxidant. Once you've done that, you can put the hyaluronic acid on there, and then you can put your eye cream on top. The eye cream will layer really well over the hyaluronic acid, so take the hyaluronic acid under the eye and then put the eye cream on top, and that is your perfect routine. Actually, you don't need any more things in a routine really than that. Tom says, sub-Q is working wonders for me. I hope the Decium store's open soon. I want to go to one as well. I think we should do a group outing. I'm going to fly to Canada. I'm going to do a group group outing to a Decium store because I love it. And there aren't any here in the UK, which is a shame. Ray says, how many times a week should you apply vitamin C serum? I hear a lot of people say maybe use it on the morning, every other day and things. No. Use it every single day. The reason I say that is you want that antioxidant protection every single day. The sun shines every day. You need that protection every day. Sorry, I'm just going to pick dog hairs. Thank you, Sterling. Because it's so hot, it's having a big molt. So yeah, every single day on your vitamin C, definitely. Jenny says, sounds like a great haul, Tom. Yeah, I'm impressed with that haul. In fact, I'm impressed, Jenny, with your haul as well. Your family have done you proud. Who was it? Was it your daughter that picked? Did you have to give heavy hints? Or is your husband just that amazing at choosing things? He knew off the bat what to do. Rhea says, one more quick question about vitamin C. I promise. You ask away, love. I am here for an hour every week to answer questions. I don't mind how many come. How can you apply it under the eye? Yeah, absolutely. I always say with any serums, you can apply everything under the eye bar your exfoliator. Two things to note is avoid the eyelid. So never put any products on the eyelid. Tom, who has asked me this question about 2 weeks ago about that, had a big flare up because he put product on his eyelid. So he will testify never to put anything on the eyelid. Under the eye, everything bar exfoliators. All I would say is product moves upwards when it heats up with the body heat. So don't put it right under to the lash line because it'll move that way anyway and you don't want to get it in your eye. So take it to sort of there on the eye. That's perfect. Jenny says, you're the best, thank you. It's a pleasure, Jenny, my love. It's a pleasure. Cotton Candy Artist, first of all, love your name, love it. Is African black soap a good cleanser? Now, I have been toying with an idea of doing African black soap, kind of like a review. So for those of you that don't know what African black soap is, it is a specific, well, out of Africa, and it's sort of like, I'm going to say, I don't want to say it's a traditional remedy or traditional product, because it's kind of all the rage now as well, so it's more than that. And it mixes traditional soaps with charcoals. It is really good and really effective because it's got a super high concentration of a specific type of charcoal. So it's really good if you've got acneic, oily or greasy skin, just absorbing all of that oil and mattifying. It does leave you super dry. So for someone like me, absolutely fine 3 or 4 times a week. It will really take off all that excess oil that I don't need. Anybody other than the oily, just avoid it. I hear people using it that have dry skin. It's not good. It's like it's a soap. At the end of the day, you don't want to use it if you're dry skinned. So, but it's actually a really good cleanser. If you've got oily skin, it's a really good cleanser. And I've used it, and I do hear a lot of fans of African black soap saying it's really good for hyperpigmentation. I'm not sold on it for... Sorry, dog hair tickling me. I'm not sold on it for hyperpigmentation because it's going to stop quite a lot of the flare-ups and the acne. Overall, you'll have less pigmentation over time, but it's not actually going to do anything for the pigmentation. But it's a beautiful cleanser and it's great for anyone with oily skin. Have you tried it out of interest, Cotton Candy? Do you like it? What's your thoughts? Beautylicious Taylor says, hey Beautylicious Taylor, welcome again, another fantastic name. Hope everything's amazing with you, and thanks for joining. Yeah, that's fine, Tom. You tell me when they open. I will get my first ticket. I'll fly Air Canada and I'll be over there in no time. PYT says, hi everyone, happy Friday. Happy Friday. It is so, I love doing these because I love chatting to everyone and, you know, hearing what everyone's news is, but also it's just like that Friday feeling, and I absolutely love that. Love that Friday feeling. So Sora and Ulta are sold out of the Ordinary Glycolic Toner. Any suggestions? I know. Loads of places are sold out. This is the problem with the Ordinary. It's so popular, it sells out really quick, which is really annoying, but kind of shows how good they are. There are loads of alternatives. So if you want a really good alternative, but you're not that bothered for the price, Paula's Choice do an 8% glycolic acid. That's really good. Again, it's not got the fragrance in there. It's not got the colorants in there. So it's really quite a nice dupe for, but it is more expensive. I think it's £22 versus £7 for the Ordinary Glycolic. So you are paying a little bit more, but it's got some added humectants in there, which is quite nice. So the Paula's Choice is a really good dupe. The Pixie Glow Tonic is really good. I use them interchangeably. The problem with the Pixie Glow Tonic is it does have fragrance in there, which is off-putting to some people. It doesn't bother me. I think it's absolutely fine, but you might want to think about that, but that's really good. And of course, you've got the Glycolic Acid Toner by the Inculist, which I haven't used. It's not quite as strong as the Ordinary, but it's not too bad. If you can afford it, definitely, PYT, if you can afford it, go for the Paula's Choice. If you don't want to spend Paula's Choice money, then definitely check the Inculist. I think it'd be your best bet for a kind of a dupe. Jenny says, I gave the family major hints about a month before my birthday. Jenny, it's the only way to do it. I can't stand these people that are disappointed on their birthday. It's because you didn't hint enough. I have a full list, I distribute it widely, and then I always get what I want. And my problem is, this Christmas is going to be a bit of a nightmare for my family because they know pretty much if they buy me skincare, I'm happy. So I sent me loads of really good skincare. In fact, that's why I'm going to do like a unboxing coming this week. I've now got enough to make a 30-minute video of just opening stuff. We're going to do like full works. We're going to do opening. We're going to have a look at what we think. We're going to do swatches, first impressions. It's going to be good. So they're kind of going to be stuck with what to buy me this year because I guess they could just buy me everything from Neod. Yeah, I'll sort it out. Tom says, listen to Rob, nothing on your eyelids. Yes, Tom paid the price for this, and fortunately it is salvageable, but never ever put a product on your eyelids. Patty, welcome Patty, how are you? What other products could replace vitamin C as an antioxidant? Great idea, great. So, antioxidants for me, if I was to choose a really good antioxidant, I would either go for, if I'm going super expensive, money no object, then the Neod Survival Zero, beautiful, literally best antioxidant out there. It's got like 8 different antioxidants in there. It's packed full of humectants. It's like an all-in-one beauty serum. It's fantastic. I know, Patty, you tend to go for the Ordinary, and you do like a little bit of the Ordinary, slightly of a lower price point, which is totally fine. I would then go for the Phyconagenol by the Ordinary. That is a beautiful antioxidant and really good. It auto-generates, so you don't have to worry about it only lasting for like the morning and reapplying it, which is fantastic. And if you also want another budget alternative, would be the Inculis Q10. Q10 is amazing as an antioxidant because it's also one of the core elements for energy for our skin cells, so it helps our skin to regenerate quicker, which is great. So it's kind of like got a double benefit. So if you don't want vitamin C, go for a Q10 or the Phyconagenol by the Ordinary, and you won't miss it. If you want to treat yourself, it's about, I think it's about £30 for the Survival Zero. Is a really good by the Neod, but that is a top price, but it's a nice treat and it's a beautiful product. Glow24 says, I'm trying to start a pigmentation routine. I just got the Ordinary's niacinamide, azelaic acid, and alpha-arbutin. Currently using the gentle retinol. What's the best order to use them? That is a fantastic question. So for pigmentation, you really want your alpha-arbutin to be closest to the skin. So always put your alpha-arbutin on first. Because you're using the Ordinary azelaic acid, which has got a lot of dimethicone in, which gives it that nice glossy texture, that goes on last. So you want to put your alpha-arbutin on, followed by your niacinamide, followed by your azelaic acid. But it's really important to let your alpha-arbutin sink in for a minute before you move on to the niacinamide. That way, there's not going to be any contraindication with the niacinamide, and it's just going to go on beautifully. Then put your niacinamide on, your azelaic acid, and your SPF. Good to go. Perfect routine for hyperpigmentation. And honestly, you can't get a better set of products than what you bought there. The only thing, if you're finding your products maybe, I'd say they take about 3 months to work. That's fine, because I always think if you've struggled with pigmentation for years, 3 months isn't that long a time. I know it seems like it now, but it's not. Wait about 3 months to see the full results from those products. They'll really work well. I don't know if you saw my alpha-arbutin video this morning, but that'll sort of give you an idea of how it's going to work. If you really want to go quick, and if you've got some areas of real hyperpigmentation and you just want to kick everything up a notch, you can use the dark spot corrector by Differin, which is a hydroquinone base, and that will just kickstart it. But I honestly think gentle, long term, you've got some beautiful products there, and use them in that order and you'll be fine. Beautylicious Taylor said, I find African black soap dries out my skin. Yeah, it is good. It is perfect for people like me who are a grease slick, oily, acne prone. It will just absorb all of that excess oil and take it from your skin. But for anyone else, I think it's going to be too drying for them. Speaking of dry throat, just have a little drink. Now's a good time though to say, if you haven't smashed that like button, why not get it pressed now? Subscribe if you haven't. We're here every Friday, and every Friday I say the same old spiel. Hit that like button because it really helps the channel. Extina Patch says, hi, welcome, happy Friday. What is for dinner today? Oh, do you know what? I am having steak, chips and egg night. And I know that sounds really simple, but I bought a really nice piece of steak, and I've been really looking forward to it for like the past 2 days. I bought really nice, like triple cooked, amazing chips from Marks and Spencer's, which is like a food hall here in the UK. Do really nice chips. And eggs from the garden. Well, not from the garden, from the chickens that are in the garden. And I cannot wait. I'm going to crack open. I'm having a gin sour with it, which is kind of like gin with tonic and lime juice. Beautiful. And that is my Friday night. I honestly cannot wait. Whatever, throw in your, let's get the taste buds going. What's everyone drinking? What's everyone eating? I'm starting, this is like just a squash for those, no one shade me as I'm drinking on the job. Just a squash, the hard stuff comes later. Patty said, I just tried the 15-minute oil cleanse technique and my skin looked amazing. It removed quite a few sebum plugs and I'm going to do it once a week. That is a really good tip, actually, Patty. A lot of people call it the 15-minute oil cleanse, which is really just what it says on the tin. You rub the oil in for 15 minutes and leave it on for 15 minutes, keep working it in, and it does remove oil plugs and things like that. I don't like to call it a 15-minute oil cleanse because I actually call it a facial massage. At the end of the day, you can do it up to every evening. I don't do a facial massage every evening because I'm a bit lazy, but every other night I do what people call a 15-minute oil cleanse. It's actually just apply an oil to the face. My current go-to is the oil cleanser by Hylamide, which I'm loving. Got Hylamide. Honestly, even if you're oily skinned, it's so good at just drawing out all that grease, dirt, debris. Do it as often as you want. You can do it nightly, but I call it a facial massage routine. Some people call it a 15-minute oil cleanse. Basically the same thing, but I fully recommend it. It feels so good on the skin, and it's really, really good. Farah Zamori says, I know you love the La Roche-Posay Cicaplast Balm. What are the thoughts on the Cicaplast Gel? I have a lot of thoughts on the Cicaplast Gel. I love it just as much. It's not as hydrating. It's not quite as more moisturising. For someone with oily skin that wants to use it every single day, it's actually better to use the gel than the cream. I recommend the cream because I think when you're using the Cicaplast, it's because you want to repair, and so actually you want that extra nutrition and that extra moisture. But the gel is beautiful as a daily cleanser, as a daily moisturiser. Sorry, its texture is on a par with the Hydro Boost gel, but it's got a little more active ingredients in like ceramides and peptides. Beautiful, full fan of it. Thomas says, a glycolic toner is available on the Deciem website, on the Canadian site. There you go. Check on the Deciem website. I actually love the Deciem website. And if it's unavailable on there, speak to one of their advisors. You just click the button. I sound like I'm sponsored by them. I wish I'm not. But you click the button in the bottom corner and speak to an advisor. I asked them when the date of the niacinamide launch, powder launch was going to be. They told me there and then. They told me which stores are getting it first. They're super useful. So if it's out of stock, message them. They'll tell you when it's coming back in. Future Reddit says, hey, I hope you're well. I am fabulous. How are you? What are my thoughts on face theory? Well, I was sent, first of all, I love Face Theory for one reason only. They reached out to me and said, would you be interested in sampling some of our products? I haven't tried a lot of their products. I tried a couple. I tried their cleanser, which I really liked. And I said, yes, I'd love to, happy to try anything out, providing there's no conditions that I have to say nice things about them. I said, yeah, I'd love to try them out. And what I love about them is they got back to me and said, describe your skin type and are there any particular products of ours that you were really keen to try? And I love it when brands do that because, look, anybody that sends anything out is super generous and I'm grateful to receive anything. But when someone says, can I tailor it to you so you get the best experience and I can ask for products, which I know you guys have asked for and mentioned, just makes it a really nice interaction and first connect with that brand. And Face Theory did that. So I'm really, really impressed with them so far. I've been emailing back and forth. Talks about their products and explains them a bit more, which is nice because I don't just want to do a bog standard review for you guys because you can read the back of a packet. I mean, I want a bit more in depth than that, and they're really useful at sharing some of their technology and stuff. So yeah, so far I'm really impressed with how their customer service is, but I can't wait to try the products. So I'm not going to tell you what I think of the products yet. The cleanser I loved, the rest is coming up in a review. I want to get my hands on them and give them a really good try. Cotton Candy Artist says, I haven't tried African Black Soap, but some people have recommended it, so I was curious. I think go for it if you're oily. If you're anything but oily, I would give it a miss. If you want to go for a charcoal, there's a really good charcoal product and I can't remember what it is. They sell it in Boots here in the UK and it's like a cleanser. It's not Biore. I hate that product. This Carbon, it's called something like Carbon or This Carbon or It's Carbon, something like that do a charcoal cleanser that's suitable for normal, oily or slightly dry skin that doesn't dry you out. So that's a nice alternative if you're not. African Black Soap, great if you're oily. Zara says, when you launch your own skincare line, what could be your dream signature star product? Zara, oh my God, I should actually, apparently, here's a bit of gossip. One of my close friends that I work with is a formulator, and we're saying about they do the sort of the slightly different formulations to, and they do some of the initial formulations, and apparently it takes around 18 months from start to finish to do all of the prep work to design a skincare line, or to do a skincare product, because you've got to do all the formulations, you've got to do the marketing, the packaging, all of that. So it takes about 18 months. So if I want to start my own line, I better get planning it now, really. But if I had to have a signature, right. So what my line would be, I hate brands that don't come out with an SPF at the start. So I would like to do a super affordable, super drugstore priced SPF that had that was mineral, because I think everyone likes the mineral, but that was completely and utterly clear. Something like the Super Gloop Unseen sunscreen that's genuinely applicable for all skin types. That would be like my halo. Great product. Nobody gets excited about a SPF though, let's be honest. So that'd be one product, but alongside it, I would like to do a serum / cream that combined phytic acid, kojic acid, and azelaic acid in the perfect combination, which would just be a powerhouse for brightening, lightening, and lifting pigmentation. That would be like my signature product. It'd be perfect for people with acneic skin. It'd also be great for people with like rosacea. It would just be a beautiful product. And why people haven't combined those three is beyond me. So yeah, that would be my signature product, but I also would do an SPF at the same time. Jenny says, have the family buy your plane tickets so we can all go to the Decium store at Christmas. Yes, I'd love to do. Do you know what? I see these YouTubers that do like meet and greets, and I'm like, obviously, 6,000 subscribers. I'm grateful for every single one of it. Not big enough to do. Let's be honest, not big enough to do a meet and greet. But once I hit 100,000 subscribers in like 8 bazillion years time, I'll come over to Canada. We'll do a meet and greet. It'll be at a Decium store somewhere glamorous, and we'll just take over a Decium store, and it'll be like, if anyone lives in the UK, Supermarket Sweep, which was this really campy, amazing program where people just went around a supermarket and had a big trolley, and they got a minute to throw whatever they wanted in their trolley. It was usually things like frozen turkeys and trash like that, but we do it in the Decium store, and it'd all be skincare based. That's like my dream, and that's what I'm going to do to celebrate 100,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, people, help me on the journey. Click that subscribe button. Paige Watson says, will you be trying the new Inculist SPF when it's launched? Paige, come again? I had no idea there was an Inculist SPF coming. That I'm excited about. I had no idea. I'm going to look into that. I'm kind of a bit shook. How do you know about this? Why do I not know about this? And do you have any other gossip on what it's going to be like? Because yes, I'll be the first to try it. I love a good SPF. Beautylicious says, what would you suggest the best products for dry skin? Really good question. If you have super dry skin, and I mean really dry skin, any moisturizer with urea in it is fantastic. Urea is a beautiful moisturizer, an underused ingredient, so I definitely recommend that. If you want something that's kind of, use like, if you're really dry, like a rose hydration in there, which is really good. If you don't want to use an oil, a really like next level humectant, so I'm talking not just your hyaluronic acid, I'm talking the Sub-Q serum by Hylamide, which is like a hyaluronic acid on overdrive. I'm talking the multi-molecular hyaluronic complex by Neod. That's like 15 different hyaluronic acids all in one. If you also want to get that moisture in, try lactic acid, because that's not just exfoliating and brightening, that's also super great at hydrating. So there's so many decent products, but I would just stick to the drugstore. You don't have to spend a lot. If you can't get those, or you want to keep it super budget, the Embryolisse Le Crème Concentrate is really good. It's super occlusive, so not suitable for anyone but the driest amongst us, but it's a really good and smells quite nice. It has got fragrance in, so if you're sensitive, give it a miss, but otherwise it's beautiful, and it does layer really well with makeup. So if you're dry, use it as like, and you feel like your makeup just looks cakey, put that on beforehand, gone. Honestly, seamless canvas, beautiful. Susanna says, hello Susanna, welcome, happy Friday. Do I plan to do a review of Geek and Gorgeous products? I'd love to hear your opinion. I've got a whole list. I'll bring it next time. I'll show you my big to-do list of brands to review. And absolutely, I love to do it. What I started doing as well, and I'd like to know your thoughts on this, because I don't like to do like sponsorships. I want my own opinions. I am quite opinionated. I like to say what I want to say. I don't want to be, feel obliged to say things, and that's why I just avoid the whole sponsorship thing. I'm happy to receive PR and free products, providing there's no attachment to it, so I can share it with you guys, as long as I don't have to be nice about the products if I don't like them. But one thing that always comes up is codes. So brands always reach out and say, would you like a discount code to share with your subscribers? And basically how it works is I get a code, I say to you at checkout, type in, Rob123, whatever, and you guys will get 15% off, say. I also will get commission, like 2.5% commission. That's how these codes work if you see influencers using them. I always turn it down because I don't want to be that person that looks like I'm promoting something because I've got a bit of coin to earn. I don't want to look like I'm promoting it because of the commission. And so I've always turned it down. However, I'm in two minds because I'd love to be able, if I review a product line and give my honest impression of it, I'd love to be able to say to you guys, use this code because you'll get 15 or 20% off. Like, why shouldn't you get some money off? Why shouldn't I share that with you guys? But equally, I don't want it to look like I'm profiting from it. I've been really clear, I give half of the money that we receive in ad revenue from this channel to charity. The other half goes in like giveaways and products to try and test for you guys. So it's all invested back, which is what any commission from any of these products would then go back in, charity and sharing. So it's not like I will be profiting, but you know what I mean? What are your thoughts? Would you like a code? Do you appreciate a code being included, or does it look a bit like you're in the pocket of the company? Let me know what you think. Vic358, hi Rob, love your videos. Anyone that's sat here thinking about whether they want to chime in, I want to hear from you. So Vic says, I started a Line solution from The Ordinary and find it a very nice product. How long before results will be noticeable? It is a beautiful product, Vic. Realistically, I'd say 2 bottles. First bottle, you'll notice a slight smoothing of the skin. You might feel the texture's a little bit nicer. Before you see the diminished fine lines and wrinkles, I would say probably halfway through the second bottle. So about a month and a half, which isn't bad, when to start seeing those results. I know some people on here swear by the Line. That's my experience, about a month and a half. Tom, pipe up, because I know that you use the Line solution as well. How long did you think it took so you start to see results? And anyone else that's used it, pipe up and let us know. For me, it was about a month and a half. Louise Albert says, would the oat balm from the Inky list, would it be okay for the face massage? Yes, if you can get it, because it is sold out everywhere. If you can get that, yes, beautiful. I do use it for facial massage. Warm it in your hands first, like really warm it for a minute in your hands and then start. And beautiful for a facial massage. Now guys, Pretty says, I put on Netflix while doing my face oil massage and it was very relaxing. Glad to know I can do it more often. Yeah, Patty, you treat yourself however often you want to do it. We often think if you've got oily skin, and I know, Patty, you don't necessarily have oily skin, but it does work for dry skin as well because that oil is hydrating. But a lot of people who have oily skin stay away from oils, particularly in cleansers, because they think, why would you do that when you've got oily skin? Don't think of it like that. Think of it as oil attracts oil. So actually you're going to be using this oil to rebalance the skin. So if you're super oily, it'll draw oil from your skin. If you're super dry, it'll put oil into the skin. So it's really a natural balancing. 15 minutes is a beautiful amount of time to do a massage. But to be honest, like Patty did, put your Netflix on, get the oven going. So you've got your tea and you've got your Netflix on and just do that massage. I've done videos on facial massage if you want to check them out, but don't get wedded to it. Just enjoy, I know this sounds really weird, enjoy your face. Like, just use your hands to, just massage it in. It's super relaxing and your skin will be on point when you've done it. Glow24 says, so happy I found you. You explain things so well and I love your honesty. Oh, thank you, Glow. That's really kind. Much success to you. By the way, your dinner plans sound amazing. I can't wait. Dinner is going to be amazing tonight. Now, I do think honesty is important. I have a policy of never shading companies that have sent. I think there's politeness and there's honesty. If a company sends me products to try, I'm super grateful that they've taken the time to. I always pass feedback on to the companies of what I thought and what my thought and how it worked with my skin. However, I'll happily share it with you guys if I think it's fantastic and a must-have for your skincare. And if I'm doing a full brand review and I like 9 out of the 10 products, I'm quite happy to say, actually, this product didn't work for me, didn't like it. That's fine. I just think you should balance, but also honesty. Nobody's going to buy me. They can offer me any amount of money in the world and not interested, because you've got to have your honesty and your integrity, haven't you? Patty said, I just wanted to share that the Ordinary's plant-derived hemi-squalane is a fantastic oil with a watery texture. I think it would be good for oily skin. Do you know what, Patty? I've never used it, and I'm going to take you up on that, and I'm going to try it. I'm going to order it in my next Decium order, because I do think I want to try and mix up the oils. It took me a while to get into oils. Baja Basics, which is a fantastic company out of Texas in the US, they sent me some beautiful oils and I've been loving them. They really got me into facial oils and they're beautiful. Fully recommend them. MK say good drugstore moisturizers for oily, acne prone skin. Good call, MK. If you're here in the UK, don't go to drugstore, go to Tesco, where at the moment their Hydro Boost gel is £5. That's a fantastic offer. That's a fantastic bargain, and it's a beautiful, beautiful moisturizer for oily or acne prone skin. You could also go for any of the other gel like. I'd look for something that's gel like. So water creams are fantastic. Estee Lauder is a bit pricey. It's not really drugstore. I would go for This Works. Do a beautiful one. It's from, which is like the name they do. It's from coconut, it's from cucumber. They do an It's from cucumber moisturizer. That's really good, and I think it's under £6, so it's a really good price. But I really don't think you can beat the Hydro Boost gel by Neutrogena. Get yourself to Tesco if you live in the UK, because it's £5 for a limited time only. Future Wit says, nice, I look forward to watching the reviews. It's a pleasure. I hope you enjoy them. Let me know what you think when you watch them. Sheze says, sorry I'm late. Hi Rob. Hey, welcome. It's never too late, because the bits you've missed you can watch back tomorrow morning. I always say this uploads after I've been on there. It's a bit clunky for the first few hours, so I always say don't watch it back tonight. Watch it in the morning, where I'll have uploaded a gorgeous new thumbnail. Well, you can be the judge of that. And it's a bit less clunky. Yeah. Jenny says, yes, we'll be lined up at the door when the skin care line drops. Oh, don't you worry. I've learned all the lessons from the shady goings on in various skincare launches recently. So I'm hopefully, this is the problem though, which I'm not going to lie is a dream. Everyone's going to read me to filth and shade me because I've done the same. So I've got to be prepared for that and make sure it's perfect. But I'm going to make sure I send out to all of you guys samples so you can give me honest feedback before it goes live. So hopefully it'll be flawless. Patty says, since all the Ordinary retinol products have been out of stock for so long, I'm curious if you think they are reformulating these products. I was able to find the Granactive Emulsion too. I questioned them about this, and they said they couldn't release anything, but they are going to be reformulating some of them, but they can't tell me to what. I'm glad, because I just don't like any of them. It's the texture doesn't work for me. You can mix it. I think it was Patty that you gave me the idea to mix it with your moisturiser, and that does really work. The Granactive Emulsion is the best of them, but I still think they could tweak it. Yes, they are. I hope they reformulate it quickly. I don't want this to be another salicylic acid where it goes off the market to reformulate, never comes back, because their retinols are a lifesaver for so many people. Tom says, forget the meet and greet here. Me and Jenny Decium for a full day. That's fabulous. Deal. Should we go to headquarters and do it? I'd love, my dream would be to be big enough that Decium invited me to their head office and I could just ransack the warehouse and just try everything. That'd be like my ultimate dream. Tom Murphy says, hey friend, happy Friday. Tom, welcome. How are you? How's life? Tom has a fantastic Instagram. And honestly, I was shocked. I had a look at his Instagram and his skin is flawless and perfect. So yeah, I think you need to do a skincare routine on Instagram, Tom, because I was shook by how gorgeous your skin looked. But thank you for joining. Jenny, yes, how fun would that be? Yes, definitely, I'd clean Decium out. Farah says, I started differing last night and was expecting a purge, but my skin is clear and bright and smooth. I can't stop touching my face. All I'd say, Farah, be careful, because it can be a little deceptive. I actually restarted differing probably about 2 weeks ago, and I've had no purge and no issues. So hopefully that continues, but be careful, because sometimes it makes your skin amazing, then you have the purge after a week. But don't worry if you do, because it will go after another week, so do not panic. But hopefully, my fingers crossed, you don't get the purge. The room's filled up lovely. So if you haven't had a chance to click the thumbs up button, get on it, do it now. I'll have a sip of water, give you a chance to have a little click on the thumbs up button. So I really hope, Farah, I really hope it works for you. On a completely unrelated note, the Inkilist Oat Cleansing Balm is in stock at... It won't be in stock for long, because I'm going to clean them out. I love Cult Beauty. They seem to be one of the first... I think they have a really good relationship with like the Inkilist, the Ordinary, and other brands like that, because they seem to be the first people that get restocked. So I love Cult Beauty. Paige Watson said there's an SPF 30 on their website which says coming soon. I don't know how I've missed that. This is the Inculist with their new SPF. I cannot wait. I'm going to order it, get my hands on it. I love the Inculist. They sent me some gorgeous products to try, so I'm going to email the contact I have there and say, any more gossip on that? Because I'd love to share it with you guys. Hala says, hi Rob, the new SPF from the Inculist will be a mineral sunscreen with 25% zinc. Yes, it could be a bit white cast, so I'll wait for the formulation. But do you know what? I actually don't mind. This is on a totally different note. Has anyone seen the pictures of Mark Zuckerberg surfing? And he had literally like the biggest white cast going, and he layered his SPF on, and everyone read him to filth, turned him into a meme. I'm like, what an idiot! What's he look like? He looks like someone that takes care of his skin. I was really annoyed by that because, for a start, the white cast is created by the reflection. So if you are surfing, you can put a SPF on and it not look too ashy or white cast. You get on a surfboard or skiing is another example. It reflects off the snow and off the water even more so than normal. So you come off super white cast. But that shows it's doing its job. So everyone that shaded Mark Zuckerberg, you all want to check yourselves because he's going to have gorgeous skin while everyone else is burnt to you know what. So I didn't like that. Zinc does give a very white cast. So if it's 25% zinc in the Inculist one, I think it might be a bit white cast. But I actually don't mind. I like to have a heavy zinc option. So when I'm at the beach and I'm doing a Mark Zuckerberg, I don't mind having a heavy white cast because it proves it's working. I don't want to go to the office looking like that. I don't want to knock about the house like that. But I do think in the beach, it's fine. In the pool, it's fine. Zinc is a beautiful ingredient. And I'm glad they've gone down the mineral route. I think that's quite trendy in it at the moment. Tom says about 2 months with the Duraline to get those results. Yeah, I think that's probably fair. 2 bottles, which let's be honest, is about £10. Well worth the investment. So keep up the work. Vic says, thanks so much, Rob, for answering. A little goes a long way, I found, with the Duraline. Yeah, it does. And actually, you don't need to use it all over the face, though. You can. I just target it on my lines. Definitely works for me. Let's have a look. Anastasia says, hello, welcome. How are you? I'm fabulous. I love these lives. It's almost 1 a.m. here in Indonesia. Welcome, Indonesia. Anyone from Indonesia, welcome. I got sent the vitamin C by the Cosrx as part of a beauty box, which a website that I can't name because it's not allowed to come out till the 1st of August. They sent me. I teamed up with them and they sent me a haul of Korean and Japanese, Asian skincare, should we just say. And one of the things in there was the Cosrx vitamin C. I said to them as part of our agreement with them, it's not sponsored, but they sent me all the products for free and said it has to be in August that I do the review. So that's coming the 1st of August, that's dropping. It's going to be a massive Korean, Japanese, Asian skincare haul. Wait for that, it'll be amazing. But as part of that, I reviewed the Cosrx vitamin C. And whilst I'm not supposed to give any spoilers, who cares? I'm going to tell you, I loved it. Honestly, fantastic. It's kind of what you expect from Korean skincare. There's that little bit of a drying element to it, which is good if you're in humid climates. So it's not greasy at all. It might be a little bit too drying for the very, very, very dry skinned, but for everyone else, it layers beautifully and it is a gorgeous product. Korea. I always murder your name. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry if I've said that wrong. Popped in late, but glad to be here from Kenya. Darling, you are welcome any week. It's lovely to see you every week, all the way from Kenya. What is your evening routine? What are you currently slapping on at the moment? I'd love to know. And I love, love, love. I'm looking for some African skincare because it is quite difficult to find what I class as really good African skincare that's accessible in the EU and in America. We get an awful lot of African products that people rave about, but you just can't get it here in the EU because maybe some of the testing hasn't been conducted and there's some quite strict rules and regulations. So I'm really trying to find some fantastic African brands that are available here in the UK to do an African skincare haul. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, Africa's kind of a huge continent, well aware of that. Millions of beautiful different countries. I went on safari in Botswana. Honestly, one of the highlights of my life. And I know there's loads of different countries, but I don't think I can find enough products to do country by country. So I'm going to do an African haul and celebrate some fantastic African brands. So if you know anything from Kenya that you want to shout out, definitely want to hear it. Bellen de Jesus says, hello, welcome. Beautylicious Taylor says, where can I find a Duraline? My go-to is The Ordinary. I definitely try The Ordinary Duraline. It's available at Deciem because I ordered it the other day, so you can buy it online, definitely. Boots, if you're here in the UK, definitely stock it. It does have fragrance in it, so you might want to be a bit careful if you... Sorry, the light's going in and out, by the way. It's just my camera adjusts. Let's see if I can get this better. Let's see. There we are. It does have fragrance in there, so I will be careful with it. But not all fragrance is irritating. And I think in a moisturizer, if you don't have loads of other fragrance in your skincare, moisturizers don't really come into direct contact with the skin because you've got lots of other products in between. So I think you should be okay. But I would definitely just patch test it first. But for £5, you could buy it and patch test it and make sure you enjoy the product. Oh, it's going a bit dark here in the UK, as you can see. I'll just pan you over to see. Oh, you can't see. I was going to say, see if you can see my cat in his cat tree. Jenny says, I always rewatch your live Saturday mornings for my coffee. Oh, thank you, hon. I watch my own live back on a Saturday, which is a bit weird, but I like to take notes. I take notes of what everyone's said, any brands that you recommend, any reviews that I promised to do. Tinny JD said, you remind me of the cameraman who got slapped by Quentin Tarantino. That's amazing. That's changed my life. That is the highlight of my week, that comment. I love that. I totally love that. Vic says, Beautylicious Taylor, I purchased it from Cult Beauty and it was about €7, so cheap and came really fast. Yeah, this is the Azura line. Cult Beauty do always stock it. Absolutely fantastic. Let's have a look. Good Josh says, hey, I've been hopping around YouTube and it was quite the adventure. I guess this is my next destination. Darling, you are very welcome. Thank you so much for joining. We're here every Friday, 6 p.m. UK time. Come with your questions, have a drink on hand and come and chat with us. Thomas says, yes, I love the Ordinary Grand Active. Yeah, Thomas, it's really, really good. If they reformulated it, I want them to reformulate the other ones. They could leave the Grand Active for me. I love it. I think it's a great product. Let's have a look. Crimson Blade. Hello, welcome, hon. How are you? How are things? Marty said, just joined the chat. So sorry if my question has already been answered. No, honey, you ask away. Can PHAs make you purge? In theory, yes, because they are increasing cellular turnover and they are exfoliating the skin, but they are much more gentle than, say, BHAs and AHAs, so your purge should be less noticeable than if you, with a PHA than with other exfoliating acids. All I would say is, if you have a purge with a PHA, if you've never exfoliated before, your purge is going to be more dramatic than if you've already exfoliated and you're switching exfoliator, because basically it's all those closed comedones coming to the surface. I don't always see purging as a bad thing, but yes, PHAs can cause purging, but it should be less extreme than other exfoliators. Crimson Blaze said the Purito sunscreen is, I agree, couldn't agree more. The unscented, gorgeous. The comfy water, beautiful. Love it both. Yes, saw that with Mark. I thought good for him taking care of his skin. Yes, Jenny, I know. People shaded him, and I'm like, what's wrong? If I'm going surfing, he's clearly just enjoying himself out there, loving life, loving the surf, loving the beach. He's not there to be photographed. It's not like he's going to the Grammy Awards and people are saying he looks a bit ashy. I think lather that sun cream on, especially because I do think, whilst they say you should always apply sunscreen every 2 hours, I hear that. Just lather a massively thick layer on and then you don't have to reapply it as often, especially if you're going surfing and you don't want to be in and out constantly. It's a great way. Mark Zuckerberg's my new hero. Crimson Blaine said Australian sun cream is the best at sun protection. Yes. Blue Lizard sunscreen from Australia. Beautiful. Oh, Beautylicious Taylor says, where is Cult Beauty? I live in the Caribbean. Right, first of all, Beautylicious Taylor, they do ship to the Caribbean because they class it as a US destination. I realise it's not, but that is one question I've had before. So they can ship to major Caribbean islands. I don't know about the shipping cost. That's the only thing I'd check out, but go online and you'll find it. Where in the Caribbean are you? I have done so many Caribbean holidays. My favourite island in the Caribbean is Antigua. It's like the manners on the people are just stunning. I'm a huge cricket fan and they take their cricket, it's like a religion in Antigua, and I love the people. I've never known some people be so friendly, polite and welcoming as people from Antigua. Absolutely love it. But I've also done all the other islands. Barbados was so relaxed. I'm surprised anyone manages to get up on a morning. It's that chilled. Kind of it is the Caribbean, but it's kind of not. Bermuda is their pink sand beaches. Well, honestly, like I felt like I was in the perfect Instagram shot. It was amazing. So where in the Caribbean are you from, hon? Patty says, thank you so much for taking this time with us. It's such a treat. Oh, thank you so much, Anne. Thank you so much. Just wondering what my day job is. Oh, I've got loads and loads of day jobs. No, this is, I'd love for YouTube to become my permanent day job, but I work for a cosmetics company to do some advisory work. I also work in a consultancy role, so I do a load of different things. I'm kind of one of these people that don't want to stick to one specific thing, and for me, I kind of like to chop and change, mix and match. let's have a look. Rebecca's top list says, hi, I'm new and I've been loving your videos. Rebecca, welcome, my love. Thank you for joining us. These chats happen every Friday, 6 p.m. UK time. So come and join us. Grab yourself a drink. We're a big fan of boxed wine on this channel. So grab yourself a boxed wine, sip it and enjoy, my love. Farah says, I recently purchased the 2% salicylic acid fruit enzyme serum from Revolution Skincare. Dare I say it's better than Paula's Choice. Do you know what? I don't disagree with you. Revolution Skincare, I don't know if you saw my Revolution review, where I compared it to The Ordinary. I hated it because it was copycat, but then they came out with their own unique formulations, and this is one of their best. Their BHA liquid has fruit enzymes in, which is totally different. It's really difficult to get anywhere else, and I really like it. It does wonders for your skin, and I think it's a better price point than Paula's Choice. I think it's a better product. I agree with you. Jenny, woohoo, so excited for your K-Beauty haul. It's going to be amazing. I honestly couldn't wait. I had all the products like laid out. It's going to be amazing. Becca says, what advice would you give to someone who is bamboozled with acids and things and they get the occasional breakout? I would say start easy. I did a whole video, so search it on like Skincare Acids 101. Hopefully that'll break it down for you a little bit. But if you just want the lowdown, if you have normal, oily, get yourself a glycolic acid toner. Paula's Choice do one, the enquiries do one, The Ordinary do a great one, and Boots, if you're in the UK, do a fantastic one. Get yourself a glycolic acid toner. Use it every single day after your cleanser. Done. Sort your breakouts, illuminate the skin, and that is really all there is to exfoliating acids. I think people like to make them more complicated, and if you have sensitive skin, you might have rosacea, you've got dry skin, these are all things that you need to factor in. It does become more complicated. But if you are normal, and I know people say what is normal, but if you have very standard skin, maybe a little oily skin and breakout prone, then just get yourself a glycolic acid, use it, and you will reap the results. Then after you've used it 3 months, let's talk about how you might be able to mix it up with some innovative technologies and stuff, but the start should always be that glycolic acid. Sajay says, have you ever tried the Etude House Surprise SPF 50? No, never even heard of it, but I'm going to write it down, jot it down, and try it because I love that name, so that alone has sold me on it. Beautylicious Taylor says, what would you recommend for dark spot pigmentation products? Great question. I would say depends on your budget. So if budget is no issue and you've got money to spend and treat yourself, go to Neod, which is a company by Decium, and buy their Repigment, which is $40. Best hyperpigmentation I've ever tried. I love it. Try that. If you don't want to stretch to £40, which is absolutely fine, you can get the Differin Dark Spot Corrector, which is hydroquinone based, and that's really good. You just target it. It's a pinpoint work on any areas of pigmentation you have. I really like that. That's about $20, so a little bit cheaper. If you want something that you can use all over your face every day to just give you that brighter, lighter complexion, then I would get the Ordinary's Alpha Arbutin Serum, which is about $5 to $6. And apply that, and that'll really work and really just give you that nice, like, brighten but over time. Alpha arbutin is a hydroquinone derivative with a sugar group attached, so it's gentler than hydroquinone and you can use it longer term. So those are like my go-to products. Just before, I'm going to keep answering your questions, so keep them coming, but before I do, just make sure you've smashed that like button if you haven't already, and if you are new to the channel, welcome, subscribe, because we're here every week. And let's keep going with the questions. There's a website called Karuiganugu's. Oh, gotta get my words out. Karui says, don't worry about pronouncing the name. It's all good. I'm glad you don't mind because I'm useless with names. Sadly, I don't use a lot of African products. I probably should. I'm just really obsessed with Korean. Yeah, I think everyone's jumped on that Korean bandwagon and realised what we've been missing out on. And I hope the likes of the big brands like the L'Oreals or Lancoms, those established companies, look at Korea and think, people love these products because they work, because they're good, and start reformulating some of their old stuff because we do, now we've discovered Korea. We want more. We want more. MK, the Hydro Boost Gel fragrance-free version is on sale at Boots at the moment. Done. Everybody get to Boots. I love their fragrance-free version, but it's impossible to get. So I'm going to go to Boots after this and like bulk buy it because it's a beautiful... I don't mind fragrance in my skincare, but if there's a fragrance-free option, I usually do go for it. Sonali says, loved your Arbutin video. Oh, thank you, hun. Got my hands on the Ordinary one before I knew or watched anything about skincare. In 1 month, I could see such a difference. This is it. 4 weeks for a skincare product to work is a really good time, and I love Alpha Arbutin. Exed in a patch said, could you recommend something for rosacea, please? I've been using azelaic acid from the Ordinary. I don't think it's working that great. The azelaic acid will work for you, hun. It will just take a little bit of time, up to 2 months. What you need to get your hands on is the La Roche-Posay AR Intense serum. It will treat the redness, the broken veins, take down support with some of the acne and breakouts you might get with your rosacea. It is a beautiful. Keep using the azelaic acid, but get your hands on that because you will absolutely love it. Beautylicious Taylor says, Vic, gonna go check it out. Check out Cult Beauty, it's a really good site. Low pH Good Morning Cleanser, Pixie Glow Tonic. Oh, this is someone's nighttime routine. This is Karui's nighttime routine from Kenya, live from Kenya. Low pH Good Morning Cleanser. Love that cleanser, literally love that. Pixie Glow Tonic, beautiful glycolic acid. Galatamite 95 tone balancing essence, never heard of it, sounds gorgeous. Niacinamide 10%, zinc 1% from The Ordinary, beautiful, lightening, brightening, gorgeous. Caffeine solution, stunning from The Ordinary. That is a really good, really good nighttime routine. No issues with that. Do you use a retinol or do you find it doesn't work with your skin or it's too? That's the only thing I think I would add, a retinol. But a lot of people, especially in Kenya where it's super warm, might feel it's not that applicable for their skin type, and especially because it's super warm. Jenny, yes, big fan of box wine and pizza. Are they all going to Rob's for steak, chips and egg? Yeah, come on round. Door is open, box wine's in the fridge. Treat yourself. Let's have a... Curious is most of my recommendations. I'm so glad that my recommendations have reached Kenya. Cosrx Natural BHA Skin Returning Emulsion. That is a lovely moisturiser. Yeah, I really like that. And the Pyongyang Diol Moisturiser Ampule, seal it all in. No faults, hun. No faults. Beautiful skincare routine. I wish I was there doing it with you because I'd be trying all those products. Anastasia says, thank you. I'll be waiting for your Korean skincare reviews. Korean skincare is my passion. Japanese SPF are really nice. Yeah, my problem is I keep getting Japan and Korea mixed up. Not because I think they're the same country. They're not. Totally different cultures and everything. I get that. But their products, because I don't read either Korean or Japanese, and the letters to the untrained eye look very similar, I find it really hard. And I was read to filth for saying SK, was it SK1 or something? Yeah, I think it was a Korean brand and it's Japanese. So I have been very careful to just say Korean, Asian skincare, where I don't actually know where it comes from. Sandy says, hello from Canada, another Canadian. Love, welcome. I love your channel. I bought the repigment after seeing your Neon video. Have you tried the acid non-acid precursor? I have got the acid non-acid precursor and I haven't opened it yet. I have heard good things about it and I can't wait to try it. It's on my to-try list. What do you think to the repigment? Are you loving it yet or have you not seen the results? Because I'd say it still takes about 3 weeks to see results. Robina says yes to the House Airy Surprise SPF PH. Literally, when I'm coming off here, I'm going to Boots and I'm ordering the fragrance-free Hydro Boost Gel. I'm ordering the Etude House Any Surprise SPF and I'm going to go back and there's so many recommendations, guys. Ah, good point. Carrie says, I'm pregnant, so no retinol. First of all, congratulations, my love. And yes, no retinol. It's a really good point, actually. Retinol is a big no-no if you're pregnant or breastfeeding as well. So if you are breastfeeding afterwards, it's a no-no. Check out my Bakuchiol video, because a lot of people I know commented underneath that said, quit retinol as soon as I found out I was pregnant. I'm now breastfeeding, and so I've switched to a Bakuchiol as an alternative. So that might be something to look into and read some of the comments under that video because there were some really good recommendations. JK Loves Maui says, hi Rob, what's the difference between lactic and mandelic acids? Are they interchangeable? Hello, hun, how are you? Really good question. They're not directly comparable. They're both super gentle. They both have a huge molecule size, which means they do a surface exfoliation. They don't penetrate deeply into the skin, so they're more gentle. They're better for people with sensitive skin. So from that sense, both are applicable for people with sensitive skin. Lactic acid is a moisturizing acid, whereas mandelic is much less moisturizing, so you don't have that element. Mandelic is the most gentle, whereas lactic acid is just gentle. So I'd say if you have sensitive skin, you can use both. If you're looking for, if you're dry sensitive, go for the lactic. If you're normal but sensitive, go for the mandelic. If you are super hypersensitive, mandelic for you. If you're just lightly sensitive, lactic. So there are subtle differences, but I don't think the differences are that major that it makes much difference between the two. Rabini says, haha, it's SK2 and it's Korean. That's right, I said it was Japanese. I got confused with it. I got completely baffled. I got ready to filth, rightly so. So I've been really careful in my Korean skincare video to make sure I have the right locations for each of the products and I know what I'm doing, and if in doubt just call it Asian, because then it covers the whole continent. And I have got my hands on some other Asian skincare. So we have a little bit of Vietnamese brand, which bizarre. I mean, obviously, I knew Vietnam had skincare, but I didn't know they had many skincare brands. So that's something really interesting to look out for. Right, we are at the hour mark. We've run over. We always run over. Who cares? It's all good. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Before I go, I want to know exactly what you're having for tea, what you're pairing it with drinks wise, and what you are looking forward to in the week coming. Jenny says, "Oh, Rob, you answered our questions like a champ as always, darling. It's a pleasure. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much for joining." That you've found it interesting. We're here again next week, 6 p.m. Anastasia says, no, SK2 is a Japanese brand. Well, I'm totally confused. It comes from somewhere in Asia, and I love their essence. So that's good enough for me. Beautylicious Taylor says, thank you for the information. Darling, it is an absolute pleasure. I guess you're 4 or 5 hours behind me in the Caribbean, so I hope you're enjoying that Caribbean sun and enjoying your lunch. Samuel says, Etude House is great. I love their cleanser. I'm going to look up the whole brand because it sounds gorgeous. Tom says Sauvignon Blanc. Classy, Tom. We like that. I love a Sauvignon Blanc. I really like a New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc if we're going really classy. I do quite like one from New Zealand. A bit like really crisp and nice. Rabuni says, thanks so much, Rob. Darling, it's a pleasure. Thanks for joining. Hope to see you next week. Jenny is pizza, and a glass of wine. Darling, perfect. Though a bit scandalous, I really like pineapple on pizza. I know everybody's going to come for me and say what a horrendous human being I am, but my favourite thing is to have pineapple on pizza, so there you go. Sally Luna says, no, I missed it, darling, don't worry. Watch it back tomorrow morning. Saturday, it's uploaded, new thumbnail, and you can watch it all back tomorrow. We chat, we've got some talk about Korean skincare, we've got some vitamin C questions, we're talking pigmentation. Definitely worth watching it back. Ola says, thank you, Rob, great live, darling, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us. Guys, wherever in the world you are, I hope you're staying safe and well. Thank you so much for joining us. It is just... Oh, wait. I've not finished up yet. We've got Sonal says it's 12 at night in India. Darling, welcome to the chat. India, we love a little Indian. I'm looking at Indian skincare at the moment. Tom says, I love pineapple pizza. Ham and pineapple doesn't get any better. I agree, Tom. I know everyone's going to hate me for liking pineapple on pizza, but I don't care. I love it. Rick says, thanks for having me. Darling, thanks for joining us. Amazing choice. Anastasia says, thank you. Have a great evening. Thank you, darling. Paige Watson, thank you for joining, my love. Sending such love to Siluna, Vic. Darling, you're a pleasure. Hopefully see you all next week. Wherever in the world you are, have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe, stay well, and same time next week. Take care. Bye.